What does it mean to have sacrifice as a home buyer? Hey, Jordan here, and obviously we all want what we want, right? When we are able to go buy a property, we want to be able to buy what we want. Unfortunately, our budget, the market, the community, these are all things that we need to make sacrifices on, right? And I think that in our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram generation, we all want things when we want them. And the fact of the matter is that we can't always get what we want right away, but we can get what we want eventually if we put the time and energy. And especially this is true in real estate. I remember my first place. It was a dump, like literally, like there was garbage like everywhere. And there was this nasty oil tank, and there was water in the basement, and it was all mud in the back. And I bought that first home. It was on a busy road. And now I own several, right? And it's a rental for me, right? But I had to make that sacrifice and live in a place that was honestly below where I was already living as a rental so that I could build equity. My loan could get paid down. I could build equity so that I refied and pulled the money out. Some people might choose to sell, but I was basically able to make a sacrifice on the front end to get what I really didn't really want, to be able to get what I have today. And guess what? My wants actually changed. Your wants will change as well, because we don't always know what we want, right? And especially for down the road as we get older, maybe we have families, whatever. But it's important that you realize that, you appreciate that, right? What matters is getting in the game. In real estate, what matters is getting in the game, because at the end of the day, you're never going to be able to build any equity. You're never going to be able to afford the house. If it goes up 5-10% every year, it's $1 million home, you're talking 50 to 100 grand. Year after year after year, you're never going to get to it. But could you buy a $200,000 house and then in a couple of years buy a $400,000 house, then in a couple of years buy an $800,000 house, and then in a couple of years buy a $1.6 million house? Yeah, I mean, I could show you clients I did deals for 10 years ago that are living in $1 million homes today, right? They sold them their first house. Josh, a friend of mine, 330, first house. House today, it was $1.1 million, 10 years. That's how you build and you grow over time in real estate.